Okay, my name is Barb Horne, and I started with Gwinnett Clinic only about, I believe, 5 months ago. But before that, I really didn't go to the doctor a lot. I have been an athlete my whole life, have tried to stay in shape, and probably about 7 years ago, I started having knee issues. I played volleyball and tennis throughout from 5th grade on, and when I started having knee issues, I started playing less and less, and so started putting on a little bit more weight. I wasn't able to move as much as I always had been, and it just kind of compounded itself. Well, I didn't have really good insurance back then, so I never did anything about my knee. And then I got to the point where for 1 year I couldn't do anything because I was in pain 24/7. You know, laying in bed, I can feel my knee, so I decided I needed to do something different. So I went to a doctor and an ortho, and he told me that I just needed a meniscectomy. Probably about 3 years earlier, a doctor told me I needed a knee replacement, and I wasn't ready to do that. So when he said meniscectomy, I said, you know what, I can do that. So when I went to do my surgery on my knee, I found out my blood pressure was all over the place. I hadn't been for a regular physical in quite a while, so it kind of hit me that I really need to start taking care of myself. At 63 years old, you know, it wasn't getting any better. So I decided to find a doctor, and I did find Shveta Raju. A neighbor of mine went to see her, so she said she really liked her, so I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. So I came to see her, and of course my blood pressure was still a little high. And probably the triggering question for me is when she said, well, do you want to fix this with medicine, or do you want to fix this with lifestyle change? And I've never been one that wanted to be on medicine for anything. I think the biggest med I ever take is, you know, Excedrin migraine. So I was like, I just didn't feel like I wanted to be somebody who wanted to take medicine for the rest of my life. So I said, well, let's do this with lifestyle change. And Eddie, Coach Eddie, was the person that was in there talking with me, and so we decided to set up a session where I could talk to him and see what I could do with my diet and with my physical, and see what we could do to make this better. So we sat down, and you know, I thought I ate fairly well. I didn't overeat, but the things I was eating was just not the right things to eat. And he showed me where I was going wrong, and that I actually was eating less than I should be. I was just eating the wrong things. You know, sometimes, you know, quick you go cereal for breakfast, or just a half a sandwich for lunch, and none of that was good for me. So he showed me you know, the foods that I need to eat. And then also we started doing sessions 1 day a week. And through those sessions, probably after the first couple weeks, I could already tell that things were changing. And within about 3 months, I had dropped about 30 pounds, or probably about 25 pounds. And just by changing my diet a little bit and exercising, I do it once a week with Eddie, and he showed me the exercises that I could do at home. So I didn't need to join a gym. I didn't need to do anything too radical, but just following the exercises that he gave me on a daily basis really made a difference. And I've been doing it now for about 5 months. I'm down a little over 30 pounds and just feeling better. I mean, I've got a whole new wardrobe because all the clothes that used to fit me now fit me again. I'm kind of on a good track of knowing what I need to eat. You know, there are sometimes you go out there and you just want that ice cream or whatever, but it doesn't kill you when you do it once in a while. So it's not like limiting yourself that you can't ever go off of the plan, but sticking to the plan for the most part takes you exactly where you want to be. And it was probably the best choice I ever made to finally invest in myself and decide to do the exercise and the eating right and all that. And even the exercise, I still play tennis, and for so many years on the tennis court I felt like I should have been in the the Special Olympics for that because I couldn't move, and now my knee feels good. 30 pounds down, it's a lot easier to move on the court, and my tennis game is coming back to where it used to be 7 years ago, and I made the perfect decision for me coming to Gwinnett Clinic and starting the Gwinnett Clinic Healthy Living program. Everything is good. Everything is looking up.